we need to talk about the H&M collab with Mugler. Hello, my name is Kate. Welcome to my channel. If you're into luxury handbags, shoes, accessories, fashion, all sorts of things like that, feel free to subscribe and come and join our little luxurious family that we have here. We would love to have you. Basically, I want to do a recap of this collab. I want to talk a little bit about the history of Mugler. I want to talk a little bit about H&M. I want to talk about the prices. I want to show the pieces. I want to talk about my opinion of them. And I also want to hear your opinion too, so make sure to leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the collection. So this collection dropped on May 11th, so yesterday when I'm filming this. So let's talk a little bit about the history of Mugler. If you're like me, you maybe knew of the brand, you've seen their pieces, I see them on Instagram, but I didn't really have a full background of what the brand was all about, how it started, any of that type of stuff. So I went on a little mission to find out some more before making this video. Now, a video that really helped me was titled The Rise and Fall of Mugler on a channel called Understitch. So I watched that video and it gave me a good idea of the brand's history. So Mugler was started by Thierry Mugler in 1973. And early on, the aesthetic was very, very different than the aesthetic that we see now or what we see in the H&M collab. It was actually a more like laid back kind of style, like looser clothing. It didn't have as much of this structure that we see now. And then in 1978, he started to add a bit more shiny metallic fabrics and doing some shows with some more of these futuristic designs. And the video talks about this, so I highly recommend going to watch that video if you want it to be more in-depth. I think it's about 25 minutes long, so it's going to go much more in-depth than I am. But they said that the issue was that there was really just not a ton of exposure for fashion shows back then. You didn't have them like live streamed. It was hard for a lot of people to access them. You can only have so many people at a venue, regular issues. So in 1984, they had a public fashion show and a lot more people were able to attend and see the designs that Mugler had to offer. And it seems like around that point, that's when the shows became more and more theatrical. And if I love anything, it is drama and theater. I love it when it's crossed over with fashion. I think that's so cool. And then we got to the early 90s, more and more celebrities were wearing the brand. It became really, really popular. And then it kind of went back and forth in popularity all the way up until like 2019. I've seen some that say 2019 and I've seen some that say that it was finalized in 2020, but L'Oreal purchased Mugler. So L'Oreal is now the owner, which meant that they could have a bigger budget. Then they had this big fashion show in 2022 for Paris Couture Week. And that is when I first remember like actually paying attention to the brand because the show was like over the top. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It had a really high budget. And as you know, for brands that like to be dramatic and theatrical, budget's very important. And then they announced the collab with H&M, of course. So that's my little short background summary of the brand. Now on the H&M side, H&M has done other similar collabs in the past. They did a collab with Balmain back in 2015. And then in 2014, they did a collab with Alexander Wang. And I remember the Alexander Wang collab back in the day, 2014. I was still in college, and so I couldn't like afford to get any of the pieces from the collab. Like I couldn't get anything, but I remember this one girl that I followed on Instagram, and like I don't think she has an Instagram anymore because she had like the coolest style and I thought she was really cool and I tried to look for her because of this video, but I couldn't find her. But she had the outfits from the collection and I just thought that she was so cool. And she was just really pulling off the looks and I will not forget that. Now I want to talk about marketing for this collab specifically because I think that this was influencer marketing done the right way. At least from my timeline, I saw so many influencers that got the products early, styled them, made them look so cool, and otherwise I probably wouldn't have paid as much attention to this collaboration. I don't really keep up with H&M at all. I heard about it. I was like, it's all the way in May 11th, kind of forgot about it. And then I saw a few people whose pages I really like show off that they had the new items from the collaboration. And that's what really made me interested. I was like, oh wow, they styled this really, really nicely. It looks beautiful and I loved it. So I think they did some really good influencer marketing on that one. Plus people were pretty hyped about it already. So let's look at the collection. Mostly everything is sold out at this point. I'm actually going to move this way because my mic is on this side. So just doing like a quick scroll through. So I did the screen recording earlier of the collab page and I clicked on a few things that I was just like kind of interested in that looked interesting to me. This first one is $99. And I feel like that's such a great price to have at least some piece of the brand. It looks pretty nice for an H&M collab. And then this one was only $75 for the cutout bodysuit. I mean, there were some really well-priced pieces in here. Don't get me wrong, some of them I feel were like really, really expensive for H&M and we'll get to those. But I just thought that the collection was pretty cool. I thought that it was really good representation of the brand. You can really get a piece that shows what the brand is about and that shows their classic styles without paying that extra money. So I thought that was great. They had some t-shirts in there for $40. And then now to the more classic things that people are willing to pay more money for. This leather jacket was $5.50 and It's amazing. It's so cool. And then of course the corset style blazer that I feel like everybody was talking about. They also had a $300 crop denim jacket. I thought this one was really cute too if you have the right outfit. I loved these pants. These were $130. Loved them. I think that they are so cute. I'm worried a little bit about the back. Like, is your butt crack gonna show? I don't know. I saw a girl on TikTok wearing this dress and she looked so good. It really made me want this dress and I like it a lot. It's so nice to finally see some unique pieces from somewhere. Like, this is amazing. And then there was this dress. This one was like more reasonably priced for $150. I feel like that's not a bad price at all. It's so cute and it's so unique and so different. That's what I love about this. It's not the same basic things as we see all the time. Of course, you have the dresses with the cutouts, you have the bodysuits with the cutouts, you know, the classics that people want that have been trendy over the last year or so. And I've just seen so many people with these on Instagram and TikTok. The bodysuits were only $75 too. I thought that was a great price. They've got the cutout pants. They've got all of the really trendy stuff from last year. And I think that that is what really made this collection good. It's not like they just went and did the collaboration with a bunch of things that nobody really wanted. They did the collaboration with those really sought after pieces, just a lighter, less expensive version. This was so pretty. I saw Cassie Thorpe with this and she looked amazing in it. This thing is just, it's so beautiful. I also really liked this hoodie. I feel like this would be pretty practical for me. It's $130. I feel like I would look cute in it. My favorite item from this collection was this dress and it's $450 and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Obviously it's sold out now. But this is the first piece that I saw from the collection on an influencer and I wanted one like so badly. It was like a very impulse thing of like, I need to have that. They also had some accessories like gloves, hats, and I checked to see if this hat was 100% leather and it is. I was just curious as to if it was fake leather or real leather, and it is real leather. It's $100, so it should be. They had a really cool blazer that was about $300. They had a lot of really, really good pieces. I'm sure that we're going to see a ton of this stuff on everyone this summer, and then also we're going to see it being resold on eBay. It's probably already listed now for a markup. I want to talk about the overall pricing from H&M on this collaboration. Overall, I feel like it was pretty fair. I do feel like it was a bit overpriced for some of the nicer pieces. So like the dress that I was talking about, the coat, any of those items that really seemed like they were probably going to be like the thick quality fabrics and materials. Those seemed like they were a little overpriced for the collab, but they had some more affordable pieces in there. I really can't be mad about it. I will say that it is part of the reason that I did not buy anything from the collab. The price of what I wanted was $450, that dress, and I was just like, it's uncharacteristic for me to spend that much money on clothes in the first place. I am a person who likes to buy handbags and shoes. I spend a decent amount of money on clothing because I want to get quality items, but beyond that, I don't really buy clothing that is very, very expensive like that. But overall, I don't feel that the prices were insane or anything. I do think that it's totally worth it for some people who have a very like distinct, unique style, and these pieces fit really well into their wardrobe and they're going to wear them a lot and they're going to get a lot of use out of them. I think then it's worth it. But for me, a $450 dress I'm probably going to wear twice and just keep it in my closet is just not worth it to me. The second reason I didn't buy anything is mostly an ethics thing of not wanting to shop at H&M. Honestly, there's not a ton of brands who I would consider like actually ethical, but I feel like the least that I can do is stay away from the big ones like Shein, H&M, Fashion Nova, all of those types of stores. I feel like the least that I can do is stay away from those. So I understand that it's not really like practical to just be like, okay, well, I'm not going to buy any of this because of ethics. Like, well, I mean, I buy other stuff. There are problems with those brands too. So like I said, I just feel like the least that I can do is not shop at the major fast fashion ones. Like that's the least that I can do. Also, I want to talk about Mugler specifically. If you feel like you missed out on this collab, that is okay. You're fine. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal, especially because Mugler has clothing all year round. The people who have shopped this collaboration and have shown what they bought on TikTok have been spending like $1,500 to $2,000 on the collection. Obviously, there are some pieces in there like $150, $75, all of that. So if you're only going to go buy one item, that's different. But I'm seeing people spend over $1,000 on this. If you really, really, really wanted something, then you don't have to be a part of this rush to buy the collaboration. You didn't have to be a part of that. Like if you didn't get anything, that's okay. I actually think that it's better if you don't buy from collaborations like this. For two reasons. First of all, obviously the quality from the brand's regular line is going to be better than the quality from H&M, but for the price that kind of balances out. So that's not the only reason. The other reason is because I feel like with all of this hype around it, if you go and you shop the sale right now and you're like, everything's going to sell out, I have to buy this, 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 and this, you're going to end up buying stuff that you're not going to end up using. Just being completely honest. Maybe you can resell it, make a little bit of money, you got to go through that process. But if you missed out on it, if you feel like you missed out on it, you can also use the money that you were planning to spend there or save up money to get like one really special piece from the brand directly. And the good part about that is if you take a few months and save up a bit of money to go and buy a piece directly from them, you're going to realize whether or not you really want it. Because if you take like 3 months and you save up like $800 and you're ready to go buy this, you're going to really think about like, is this something that I really actually want to spend money on or something that I actually want to buy? Because now you're 3 months out from this really hyped craze about Mugler and H&M. And it's going to make you think like, do I really need this? Do I really want this even? Like, is this still, do I still want it? And you might end up saving yourself a lot of money that way. And if you do end up wanting it, you get a really, really high quality piece from the brand. From what I've heard so far, people are pretty satisfied with the quality for the price that it is at with this collaboration. I don't expect it to be insanely high quality. Like that's not what I'm expecting from this. So I'm not about to roast the quality of this. I get it. I understand what it is. It was made as a collaboration to make it more affordable for people to purchase it and for them to make money. Of course, as we know, the quality from Mugler itself is going to be better. Also, I just want to note that I like their bags. I kind of like these bags that they have. I think they're cute and I just kind of stumbled upon them. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of people wearing them. It's not because I saw them on TikTok or anything. I was just clicking around the website to see what their pricing looked like and I saw the bags and I was like, okay, I kind of like these. So maybe I'll add that to my list. I would totally get a piece of clothing from them at some point though, but like I said, it's uncharacteristic of me to spend that much on clothes. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!